Being an immigration inspector isn't exactly the most interesting job in the world. All you do every day is sit around and check people's passports. I really can't imagine anyone creating a game about this profession, but it's been done anyway. The game is called Papers, Please and it's currently in open beta. It's completely free to try out and I'll put a link below the video. And now it's time to get started with the actual preview and find out if Papers, Please is worth your time and maybe in the future actually your money. You play as a citizen of the great communist nation of Arstotzka, a country that has recently opened up a border checkpoint. Thanks to the national lottery, you've been chosen to work as an immigration inspector. You'll get to sit in a booth all day long checking people's passports, letting them through or declining them. It's pretty important that you do this job because you need the money to keep your family alive. You need it for heating, you need it for food, and so on. As each workday passes, you'll be accepting and declining a whole bunch of people. Most of them won't say much, but there are a few exceptions. For example, there was this girl that asked me to not let the person behind her through. She was afraid that he would follow her and kill her eventually. However, being the cold-hearted bureaucrat I really am, I decided to let him through because all his papers were in order. And the next day, when I read the newspaper, there was a report of a girl getting murdered, so I guess I kinda had something to do with that. But hey, I was just doing my job, right? However, on my second playthrough I didn't let him through and yet she still got murdered, so it's probably because it's in beta, but your choices don't influence the story yet. Papers, Please is all about checking documents and finding certain things that don't add up. The game starts off pretty easy with you only having to check out the nationality, but it soon becomes a lot harder. By day 8 you're checking weight, height, working permits, immigration forms and so on. If something doesn't seem right, you're able to question people and find out if they have a valid excuse. If they don't, you use your big red stamp to decline them, or if they do something like provide fake documents, you can even get them thrown in jail. On the other hand, if everything does check out, then you can use your fancy green stamp to allow people into the great communist nation of Arstotzka. You get paid for each person you process and you use this money to pay for the needs of your family, but if you make a mistake you'll have to pay a fine. It's important that you find some kind of routine while playing the game, checking each and every detail until you're 100% sure that all documents are in order. It might not seem fun at first, but it's actually pretty damn rewarding. It's very hard at times and the smallest details need to match, so it's great when you manage to finish an entire day without making a single mistake. You might even consider this some kind of puzzle game. Papers, Please looks very basic to say the least, but it fits the dark theme of the world, which is a Cold War communist country. Everything is grey, brown and colourless and there is absolutely nothing to get joy out of. The features of the people that you'll see are also pretty basic, but this helps with identifying them. You don't really need more than what you can see. Sound-wise, the game is also pretty basic, but the soundtrack is really amazing. I like it a lot. Papers, Please is certainly not a good looking game, but that's not important right here. Games like these are all about gameplay, and you can truly say that this game is unique. I would have never thought that playing as an immigration inspector would be somewhat enjoyable, but by now I've already finished the beta 3 times and I can't wait for the full release. It doesn't look like much, but I really suggest you try it out for yourself. Just click the download link below the video and you can get started. This game is certainly worth trying out and I'll be sure to revisit it once it's gone retail. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to check out my channel for more.